to help you level up with your business and your business money and learn how to enjoy it once you make it. Just a minute. Join us in the show. Welcome to the WorkHARDaholics Show with your host, the original WorkHARDaholic, Shirley Crawford, author, speaker, and small business consultant for over 20 years, helping you to work hard, play harder, and business better. Hello, and welcome to another episode of WorkHARDaholics. Okay, I am Shirley, the original WorkHARDaholic, your host, guiding you along the journey to help you live better, do better, and, of course, business better. We kick this party off with our word for the week. I've already explained many a time, but I'll do it one more again. We go over the word for the week because communication is the foundation of everything. A lot of those arguments you're participating in are just because someone either doesn't know the meaning of a word, is using it incorrectly, or has a feeling about what it should mean, but not necessarily what does it really mean. So, come. Join me as we talk about recrudescence. I love a good word. Okay. Geek out. Yeah. Recrudescence. All right. So, I think about, and which is why that image is up there. I think a lot about Wonder Twin Powers reactivate. Because at the core of it, we all know who we are and what we should do. But a lot of times it's not until like that crucial moment that we reactivate, that we enter into recrudescence. Like that. Okay. It's where we break out into a fresh perspective and we really activate. And what you activate, that's up to you. It's that thing in you. It's that aspect of your business. It's that impact you're looking to have. It's time for you to get that party started. Get it moving. Enter into recrudescence. All right. And that is our word for the week. But as we talk about recrudescence, especially as you're looking to really reactivate. It might have been that nascent idea that you had when you first started your business or when you first started your career of who you were going to be, of what your business was going to accomplish. But here's the deal. If you are an entrepreneur, a small business owner, or anyone, a side hustler, if you're anyone who's making money to make your life better, then you need resources and tools. It's the bottom line. And so a lot of times we talk about who you know. Well, hey, you know me. So it's my job to come here to connect you to tools and resources, such as some of the ones I'm going to share with you now. So during our Do Business Better segment, want to share some resources with you all. All right. So you got to stay with me because there are a bunch of them and we're trying to share the links, but if not, I'm sure we'll pop them in to the live, into the feed below. Just look, someone's out there who'll be typing it up for you. But here we go. First and foremost, if you are in the state of Virginia, Virginia is for lovers. Of what? I don't know. But we're here. All right. And so EVA is the electronic procurement system for state agencies, state universities, etc. So if you're looking to do business with the state of Virginia, wherever you may be, you have to be registered with EVA. All right. And if you're in a different state, as long as you're in the contiguous United States, everyone has a state corporation commission, an EVA of a sort. That's electronic Virginia. But you have an electronic DC or whatever. You have an option as well. So find yours. Okay. But the thing is that after you found it and after you figured out how to use it, well, looky here, they're changing it. So EVA here, the procurement system here in Virginia is changing, but they're not going to do it without letting you know, which is why I'm here telling you so. Hey, that rhymes. I could be a rapper, not a DJ. All right. May 2nd is when it's switching over. So right now you can go on, there's training available online 24/7, right? eva.virginia.gov/eva-transition-newsroom.html. You can go there right now and take the training. And here's the thing. We love Randy Brown. Hi, Randy. Randy is the rep for this region with regards to the SBDC. I know, more alphabets. SBSD. Make sure, see, gotta say the right alphabet. SBSD. And so he does one-on-ones helping people to learn how to do business with the state, how to use EVA, all kinds of seminars. Just an amazing wealth of information. Love him tons, 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 and a really nice guy. So, one of the things that I learned doing one of my many times taking trainings, because of course, the more you know, the better you go. And so, one of the things that I learned about was that you have the ability in EVA, you can go in and see like who's the buyer. First of all, there aren't as many buyers as you would think. Like most organizations have one or two. They have a few buyers for their entire organization. So you can actually develop a relationship, get to know them, know what they're looking for when they're looking for a quote or a bid, an RFP. If they're looking to purchase with their P card, that just means credit card for a business that's aligned with the state of Virginia. P card, purchasing card, no big deal. All right. But there's so much you can learn and there's so much information. And Randy has actually put on a couple events where the buyers have come out. They're there answering your questions and they'll tell you they don't mind getting your phone calls. They don't mind your emails as long as a bid isn't open. If a bid is open, they're busy. It's like their Christmas. There's stuff going on. But during the rest of the time, if you're going in and saying that you sell peanuts and you want to know who might need those, I don't know who needs. They're packaging peanuts, and then there are peanuts that you eat. I'm sure there's a market for both because the state of Virginia needs everything from dog food to highways. You fit in there somewhere. So I highly suggest getting registered. Another day we'll come back and talk about SWAM. I've mentioned it before. I will mention it again. But for now, we have other resources to share. Come along with me, people. So what you need to know is May 2nd. Say it with me. May 2nd. The system for EVA is changing. Go now and learn of the new ways before it's too late. Okay, it's probably never too late, but we'd rather you be informed now rather than later. Okay, as I mentioned when we got started, it's still Financial Literacy Month. I don't know why I feel like I might be the only person who's excited about that. But if you are a business owner, side hustler, entrepreneur, you should be excited too. Even if you are an employee of someone else, this is a great time because lots more organizations are sharing information about you and your money. I often reference the Rich Dad Poor Dad, like the book and the scenario in life, because if you were never trained about saving, which apparently most Americans aren't because we don't, right? If you were never trained about investments, like right now, I am really excited. So I just made, I told you all about the first one, so it's not my fault if you didn't invest. So I made my investment in Peerless, which I told you all about it when they were on Mr. Wonderful's incubator. And that has now, their crowdfunding period has now ended. Now, sorry, but I told you all. I did. And now I'm getting ready for my next one, but I won't tell you all about it until I've made my investment. I don't want to get shut out. So I'll tell you all about that one too, because I'm very excited about this next one. I've been researching it back and forth, and I'm very excited that I'm about to make my next investment. And keeping in mind, I am not your financial advisor. I am sharing with you information, education, upliftment, all the good things to help you be better at all that you do. All right. So Financial Literacy Month. Lots of things going on. Some of the ones on the screen you've already missed. If you maybe I hope you caught them because we've talked about them before. The next one, they're having Financial Fridays, and each one has been sponsored by SBA, Atlantic Union Bank, and now this next one is Virginia Credit Union. Hello, Virginia Credit Union. I have an account there. I do. You know, I like to try out banks, so I'm on Virginia Credit Union right now. And so their Financial Friday is the 22nd. So you can go to Eventbrite and register. The link is right there on the screen. Go check it out. Once again, these are free resources. I feel like I shouldn't have to say anything else. These are free resources. And speaking of free resources, we need YOU. So here's the deal. I have been talking for far too long about our road to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Do do do. So here's the deal. We have a very healthy following on TikTok. We have a healthy following on Instagram. They could both be more, but they're both at the levels where we can do things like, at the business level. But YouTube, we need you. YOU. So, friends, family, haters, people who want to keep following on us and know what we're doing, you can't stalk us if we're not here. Hello. All right, so please go on over to YouTube and like WorkHARDaholics. No S. Work Hard Aholic. All right. We thank you for your support. If you are really gaining something from the information that we share, please like, share, subscribe, repeat, like, share, subscribe, repeat, like, share, subscribe, repeat, repeat. Okay, and on that note, repeating more information for you that can help you do business better. April 21st, there's a seminar on franchising 101. I want to give a special shout out to our local SBDC, not SBSD. We love them too, but right now we're on a different alphabet tip. We are on SBDC, and they have a slew of seminars and sessions. Our local chapter is run by Rodney Williams. Hello, Rodney. And he's assisted by Tatiana Penny. And they're doing a great job over there. Really appreciate them. And so, but the listing that I'm sharing with you, because of the pandemic, because of these things, that means that more options are available to you virtually. It used to be when something was listed, you had to attend the class, you had to be there physically, stop your life, find parking. But now, a whole new world. I had to sing something. Yes. So now you can log in. So this first one I'm talking about, Franchising 101, is done by the Roanoke Regional SBDC. All right. April 21st, you can register, and I am a big fan of franchising. So for those of you who are corporate people, right? Everyone is not an entrepreneur. Like I don't even know how to say that without my heart clenching. Everyone is not an entrepreneur per se. Okay. It feels like a lie from the pit of hell, but it's true. Some of you are not risk takers, right? You are risk averse, and so you will always have a corporate gig. So I want you to have your corporate gig and excel. I want that for you. If that's what you want, I want it for you too. But even in that, these days have taught us that you need to have your own form of income somewhere, right? If you all know me, I'm like the queen of the side hustle, right? So we have cruises, we do paparazzi, we make things every now and again. Yeah, we'll write a book every blue moon, whatever the case may be. There's always a different stream of income coming in, and about to launch a new line of something with our producer, Christina, here at the Imagine Media Lab. I just got to get to it. Okay. On that note, though, if you are risk averse and you're bringing in income, millionaires are not made from employees. That's just the way it works. Unless you have a massive, wonderful investment strategy. So, one way for you to enter into entrepreneurship, keep your day job, and have others run that dream for you so that you can have that income coming in, is franchising, right? It's a great way to go. And a franchise can cost you anywhere, well, they can cost a whole lot. But the average ones are like I really want to say around $10,000. $10,000 could easily get you invested into a franchise. So I think it's worth considering. And while you're thinking about it, you can attend that workshop on the 21st. Yeah. Christina's making me laugh. Okay. Other seminars that are coming up, right? For all of you, I've said it before, I'll say it again, who had problems getting PPP money, which sounds crazy to say, but still, or idle money. In part, it was because you didn't have your house in order, your financial house in order. Taxes were just this week. Like, there's a lot happening. And if you're still scrambling at that process, then that says, time to do something about it. So there's a seminar for you, Small Business Lending 101. Are you ready? Yeah, no is probably the answer. That's why there's a seminar Thursday. So 10 to 11:30. Once again, all these resources are free. You all know that I'm as frugal as I can be. I'm on the verge of saying I'm just downright cheap when it comes to spend. It's like, why spend money if you don't have to, especially if you can get what you want for free. Right? Now, keep in mind, I will spend money on travel and food. Yeah, that's it. Travel and food. We slide, yeah, electronics. Okay, okay. But for real, tri give me a good trip and let it involve a good. I am constantly tempted to get on the plane. Not right now though, but before COVID, I was constantly tempted to get on the plane, to fly to Paris, to go to this amazing restaurant. It's right by Montmartre, and when I say amazing, I mean amazing. And do you know what I want to have there? Believe it or not, it's a salad. It's the best salad of my life, and it's worth my 2,000 ticket to get there, and maybe not even spend the night. I love Paris, though, in general. I love Paris, but just saying. All right, as we continue talking about Financial Literacy Month, this is I am so ridiculously excited about this session, this webinar that's coming up. And here's the deal. It's not for me. I'm excited for you all because once again, as we're talking about everyone being ready to be able to complete your loans, to be ready for tax time, which, just passed. So hope you were ready. But here's the thing really. Whenever I talk to you all, and I talk to a lot of you, and I ask you, well, how do you keep track of your expenses? How are you making sure that you're not commingling your funds? How do you know? Like, a lot of times I'm going, okay, if we can figure out how much money you spent on that packaging, we can figure out if this is a better vendor for you or if you should go to vendor X or vendor Y. But a lot of you aren't tracking that information. You have a shoebox of receipts. Some of you don't even have that. For you, I am happy to announce that there is a QuickBooks Basic session, a webinar happening Friday, the 22nd. Please attend. Once again, it is free. Go click the link. Please. Please. I beg of you. Please attend. And that'll be Friday, April 22nd. It's 2 to 3:30. I know that's the middle of the day, but if you're a small business owner, you're working anyway, right? Then this one I thought was cute. It's a co-op petition. And I kept thinking it was a typo. I was wrong. It's a co-op petition. And so that's happening April 25th. And once again, a lot of the information, I'm going to share with you the link where you can go back and find it. But once free resources helping you figure out exactly where you are in business, what you need for your business, and this month in particular, how to make sure you are financially sustainable. 90% of businesses go out of business in the first 5 years. 70% go out in the first 3 years, and it's all based on money. That's it. Because there's a difference in being, I talk about it all the time, cash rich, uh, uh, cash poor, paper rich. I can say it. So you can have a contract once again with a lovely Fortune 500, a Fortune 25. They might pay you 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 120 days, 6 months. I've seen it all. So then what do you do in the meantime? Well, on paper, you look great. According to your, profit and loss statement, it shows that, oh, there's money. But your cash flow projection will show you that there's not, and that you don't have money to pay your employees or keep the lights on, right? So it's important to have the QuickBooks in order, to have your cash flow projections. It's important to understand your financial aspects of your business. So God bless whoever created Financial Literacy Month. I love you. Okay. Next seminar that's coming up is April 25th. Trade Resource Providers Share Tools for Export Success. Here's an area in particular that I think a lot of us, this is still an area where I am still learning more and more about. And the only reason that I have a slight edge on some of you is because I learned more while I was living in Haiti about exports and imports. And so that just that international lens, especially on a small island, really makes you become aware of like, what does it cost to get it here? Who do you have to go through? What does it cost? Or having things shipped to you, or shipping things away, and learning about the difference in, like, there are boats that you can basically rent space on, or the shipping containers. Like, there's a whole thing. And so there's a seminar on that just for you, April 25th, 10 a.m. And you might say, well, I don't know that I care about that. Well, go find out. There's something for everyone to make sure that you are earning income, that you don't have to wait for Uncle Sam or anyone else or whatever company, because the company thinks about its bottom line before it thinks about you. And it has to. Like, there's no emotion attached to that. Unless it's your own family's business, business comes before people. Unless you're the one making them the money. That's how it works. It just is what it is. But okay, on to the next joyous event. Still on the 25th. The 25th is very busy. So if you're like I am, I will be screen recording. That's right, I said it. I will be screen recording while watching something else. Efficiency is key, because for some of these there is no recording. So when you're registering, you can check to see if the one that you're interested in, or the 3 that you're interested in, or the 5 or the 10 or how many ever, you can check to see if they're being recorded. But some of them aren't. It's a one-shot deal. So my iPad, my phone, my laptop, my desktop, that's 4 different opportunities to do something. Just saying. All right. So I just feel like I'm in heaven. So the 25th, once again, access the capital for the underserved. So if you felt like you've been left out, that you have not been taken care of properly, then this one's for you. So once again, it's the SBSD, and it's in partnership with the People's Advantage Federal Credit Union. And so they have specific products for populations that normally may not have been able to get access to capital before. Find out what you need to know. Please don't ever tell me that no one would help you. I'm telling you right now, April 25th, 10 to 11:30, be there. And another from VCC. We love VCC. Virginia Community Capital has the Economic Equity Fund, and they're doing the work in partnership with the SBSD. And so $10 million of loan fund provided to low-cost and small business owners, right? But you have to be women, Black, Indigenous, people of color. So we're still talking about underserved populations, so that we can have more equality in our economics, so that there can be more prosperity. Because when you have money and I have money, we can have more. Really. Okay? So that's April 27th, 10 to 11. Don't forget to register. Whew, did I get through all of them? One more. At Madison, James Madison. We are the Dukes of JMU. Go, fight, win. Yes, I went to a lot of football games while at JMU. Great place to be. Okay, and they're having Brandon Bellamy, who's the speaker, talking about pulling back the curtain on supplier opportunities. So all this information I'm sharing, I know it was a lot. And there was more I could have shared, but I gave you some highlights because I want more for you. If you want more for you, send me a message, DM me, and let me know which of the seminars you went to. Tell me what you got out of it. If you see me in the chat, say hello. I want you all to have what you need to be successful, to leave a legacy for your family and for generations to come. Just saying. Don't let your genius die with you. Put it to use. Put it in place. Let's make things happen. All right. On that note, speaking of genius and community, we're going to have a word from our sponsor.
Visit ourimpowerment.com for tickets.
Ladies, are you looking to move your office from your kitchen table to a space of your own? Are you ready to take your business to the next level? Are you looking for co-working and community? Well, then come join us at the Women's Business Center, RVA, located at 1510 Willow Lawn Drive, Suite 100, directly across the street from the Kroger at Willow Lawn. Visit us on the web at wbcrva.com or on social media at WBCRVA. When you're ready for more than just office space, come join the WBCRVA family. Thank you once again to our sponsors who make it all happen. Right now, though, we want to have our social media moment and an opportunity to hear a little bit more about you other entrepreneurs who are out there doing what you do.
I want to talk to you guys about being consistent and staying consistent as it pertains to your social media management. I posted a poll in this group, and a lot of you are really struggling with just being consistent. And it can be for many reasons. It can be, trying to create that work-life balance. I mean, you just have different things going on. For us females, we're not as consistent because, listen, we don't want to get on live. We don't want to take pictures. We don't want to do certain things. If maybe our makeup isn't good or we're not feeling really good, or feeling like ourselves. We have to understand that that's okay, right? But you need to make and create realistic goals for yourself, okay? So if that means, listen, I am going to take a certain amount of photos this week, that will be some of my content for this month, or I am going to create a certain amount of captions or do my research on, a specific amount of hashtags, create that goal and execute it, okay? But be real with yourself. Do not try to do a whole bunch of stuff at one time. Don't try to do all these photos. Don't try to do all these reels. Don't try to do all these things at one time, okay? Especially if you are just starting out, all right? Next is to have an accountability partner. This has been the most beneficial thing to me in my business, okay? Which is not hiring, but which is having an accountability partner. And shout out to my accountability partner. Her name is Shirley Crawford, and she is also a partner in my business. And I love it because we make sure that we meet once a week at minimum, okay? If we are able to meet on Sundays, we try to make that happen, but we try our very best to make sure that we meet at least one time a week, okay? That way we can talk about our goals, we can talk about our struggles, we can talk about, unfortunately, our failures, okay? And we can discuss content, okay? For example, if I want to post something, I'm like, I'm pretty sure that this content will get a reaction, but I don't know if it's the right reaction that I want. Could I run this past you? That's great usage of an accountability partner. Also, having an accountability partner will help you really stay on task because, if you have goals, you have someone that's checking in on you, okay? You have someone that is like, listen, you set a goal of creating 10 posts for the month. Have you done it yet? Have you reached out to, have you sent DMs to your potential client? That is the benefit of having an accountability partner, okay? So if you need an accountability partner, please let me know in the comments section. I believe Ms. Crawford has a group of individuals that are looking for accountability partners. So you can definitely join her group. However, I always tell people, try your best to find someone that you are not besties with, okay? Somebody that, if you both are inconsistent, then that's not gonna work, right? Find someone that's strong in areas that you're weak in, okay? So I am a procrastinator. Okay, I will procrastinate until the very last minute. I'm one of those people that literally likes to create content at the last minute. And my accountability partner would be like, I know this is what you like to do. I know that you feel you may thrive this way, but in the long run, it is leading to destruction. This is what you're going to do. And I'm going to check in with you and vice versa. Okay. So make sure that you find a really, really good accountability partner and stick to it. Stick to meeting once a week, okay? So last but not least, I feel like there are two types of creatives, okay? And when it comes to social media, especially at this day and age, you need to be a creative. You need to be creative and be a creative, okay? So, because everyone is looking for, humor and something that's funny. Everyone is looking for a story behind the brand. And that takes time and it also takes skill, okay? But again, if you are doing this yourself, it's still easy to do. Now, what you want to do is either create content on a weekly basis or create it on a monthly basis, okay? I am the type of person that creates it on a weekly basis, all right? I like to do everything by the week because I have so many things going on. I want to make sure that I am able to, add content if I need to add content. If I need to delete some different things, I don't have to go through 30 different posts. I can do a weekly post, okay? So you need to choose one day out of the week that you are not doing anything but your social media. That's it. It can be creating reels. It can be a photo shoot on your phone. It can be researching hashtags, reaching out to individuals in their DM. I don't care what it is, but you need to set a day aside, okay? And or a couple hours, however it takes, how long it takes you, it really doesn't matter. For me, it is Sundays, okay? Sundays, me and my accountability partner, we will try to meet like 2:30 via Zoom or in person. And that is my day that I am either creating some content or doing some things for myself or for my clients, but strictly for social media. That's it, okay? And once you get in the habit of doing that, then it will become easy to you, okay? It's just like having a regular job. It is just like having a schedule. If you got to take your kids to dance class every Friday at 7, it's the same thing, right? But you have to put that in your mind and make it a part of your schedule and be serious about it, okay? Being consistent will help your social media. It will help your engagement. It will help your target audience understand exactly who it is that is behind the brand. It will help them see you more. It will help you with your brand awareness, which is really, really important, okay? Because again, if you want people to know who you are, if you want people to know what you do, you have to be consistent, all right? So that's it, guys. I hope this video helped you. Please let me know if it did. If you have any comments, suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And that's it. Have a great day, and I hope that you guys are going to create some content today. Bye.
Thank you, Christina, for that social media tip and information that was actually very pertinent. All right. I do believe in accountability. Yes, we do have a group. No spots open right now. We're coming back to you all on that in a little bit. But when we talk about that, I kind of want to show this, like my quick glimpse. Don't look too hard. It's private. But when we talk about accountability, about time management, about all of us have goals, things that we want to accomplish, things that we want to get done, but the only one who can get you there is you, right? Um, Someone can give you an opportunity, but if you're not ready for the opportunity, it was just a waste of time. And speaking of not wanting you to waste your time, it's time for our bucket moment. So I am very excited to share this. If you get yours, it won't look like this. This is a limited edition option right here. Yours will not look like this. But this is a productivity day planner, the complete set by none other than our very own executive producer, the one and only Christina Clark. So very excited. So she took a bunch out this weekend for what was the name of the event? The Black Woman Flea Market, and she sold out. So that tells you what it's like when you open it up. And so Christina is very thorough, which is why she's our producer. And so, but it has okay, so I can tell you the sections because I know what's in the outline, right? Okay, so there's stay focused, stay productive, stay well, stay remote, and then there are bonus items of meetings and notes. And it's really, really neat. Like, I got to watch her while she was in the process, in part because I too have a journal that does not look as good as this one, but mine will give me time. But in the meantime, um, like if you can look at it, you can talk about like what's your state of mind, action steps, all listed here. The calendar, the timeline for here, like reflections, your habit tracker. Like, oh, that's not what I want. I don't know that I want to know. No, it's not true. Of course, I want to know, but it's beautiful. And okay, that's where I was looking for brain dump. Does anyone know it's like one of my favorite terms, brain dump? It's where you have all those thoughts and things you're thinking through, and you're just like, what do I have to do? Must get done. Important, not urgent, until tomorrow. Journaling, gratitude. But you're going to do it in a lot more breadth than that. So, wanted to share it. Is it available anywhere yet? Can they get it on Amazon? Oh, I did know that. Proficientplanner.com. Or if you see her at her next pop-up event. But for now, proficientplanner.com. Everyone that I know who has used it is like hooked. Yeah. So I highly recommend. Get your own copy. It won't look like this. I'm sorry. You had to have been in the know. Right? But it's still lovely. The other one has words everywhere. I really like the design. All right. So be sure to check that out. Proficientplanner.com. Okay. Speaking of being proficient and not wasting time, and I share with you all part of this is the one I showed you a little while ago is my revised vision board. Like normally I have a gigantic one, but this was a mid-year. We did this project here at the center. Normally I have a class and I teach about vision boards, but I normally did it at the beginning of the year. But because of the pandemic, someone asked me about can we just do another now? So we did one with a reset. So that's what the one that I showed you was from. And so as you're resetting, it kind of takes me over to our time tool technique for this week, right? So here is the thing. Have any of you ever heard of Parkinson's law? Yes, no, maybe so. Parkinson's law sounds like the explanation of my life. So, what it says is that the work that you're doing will take up the time that you allot for it, right? So, I thought that was fascinating. So, the whole concept is if you have a project due 3 weeks from now and your game plan is to work on it all three weeks, and then you get to the end like, oh, I needed all 3 weeks. You didn't. What it's saying is that you use 3 weeks because you set aside 3 weeks. So you normally start off, there's actually a bell curve in the whole line that shows in Parkinson's law, you start off real productive and then you get to a great point and then you crash and then you kind of eke it out until the end. Right? And so procrastinators can fully appreciate this. I used to always say that I did my best work at the last minute. And that's not a great thing, but it was true. Like I really turned it on. So really what they're saying, if you're setting the deadline, that's when you're going to turn it on. So I was like, hey, I was right the whole time. I mean, it's not good to procrastinate. So let me tell you some of the tips that they're sharing to help you, not squander your time and not to make these elongated goals time-wise. You can be more efficient. So, one, I love this one and I hate it all at the same time, but I know this will work for me. Try working without a computer charger. So know full well, like I know that I have Macs. I think I have one PC still, but for the most part, I have Macs, the desktop, laptop, etc. And the batteries are pretty, healthy. They're pretty robust. But for you PC people whose batteries are always dying, think about that. Like, actually think to yourself, I'm going to work all day, and I'm going to work, not all day. I'm going to work without the battery. And when the battery dies, I'm done. And so if you really know, like, how much time you have left in your battery, you're like, that's how much time I have to work on this project. It feels like pressure, but I think that could be very exciting. I think you can get some things done. All right. The other one is get it done early. Don't wait. You can still set a deadline, but if it's due in 3 weeks, then plot it out on your SMART goals and your timeline and your Proficient planner to say, I'm going to get this done in 1 week because I got so much to do the other 2 weeks. This must be done this date. You set your own deadline. You don't have to go by your professors, your bosses, anyone else's deadline. You set your own, which is before theirs, right? And this is also where I believe accountability partners are helpful. Right. So if you know that your accountability partner is going to review that book you wrote, review that essay, review the work that you did, review your artwork, and they're going to review it and it's 2 weeks before the deadline, but you still have that deadline. I always find that's a technique that works for me. Right. All right. So set a deadline is the other piece and limit the time for the task. And so, like, they give the example of giving yourself 20 minutes to answer emails in the morning. I don't even think I spend 20 minutes, honestly. I don't think I spend 20 minutes. I was taught all kinds of techniques. Email can be a time waster, like, for real. So I was always taught when I first get in the office, I don't check email. I may have checked the email first thing in the morning. Like, I wake up, I have prayer, I do whatever I'm going to do. I check on my mom, I do whatever she needs. And then I will I have a glance through, I have a skimming technique that I use with my emails. So I'm looking for keywords, key names. And then later on, once I get to the office, I'm trying to settle in, check around, do my loop before I go close my door to be left alone so that I can be productive. And then I may or may not start back with emails. I respond to all of them generally within 1 business day, unless they're garbage. So, but that's generally what works for me. But yeah, limit your time for tasks, and the email one is just an idea of that, right? Okay, so we have a small business spotlight, and I really want to make sure we do it. I talked about it before. For those of you who don't know, I am a part of the LMR class of 2020. If you don't know, you don't watch this show. But now you know, you're now in the family. And the deadline, they've had 2 opportunities for you to ask questions. They've had 2 Zooms. I know this because I was on both of them. And you could have asked questions of Myra, who is the amazing leader of LMR, from Robin, who's on the board, or she's the chair of something now, from staff, from former alumni. And we all talked about what an amazing experience it was and how you don't want to miss it, because you don't. I'm just telling you. But the deadline is April 25th, so it's grinding down. And when it hits midnight, it'll be a wrap. So on April 26th, they will not take your application no matter how much of a genius you are. You will wait for the next class. And I am highly recommending you apply. You might get rejected, but it's okay. You will grow from that. And then maybe you'll get into the next class. But it's something you definitely want to do. One of the best decisions I ever made. Just saying. All right. So Leadership Quest class of 2023. This could be YOU. But you got to apply before the 25th or by the 25th. Okay, we are coming down to the end of our amazing WorkHARDaholics show. But there are a couple things I want to share with you all. So we're now at the point where we talk about work hard, play harder. Right? So for those of you who don't know, I am a WorkHARDaholic. People always like, work smarter, not harder. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I still give it. I still go hard for work. Okay? And love it. Love everything that I do. I'm passionate about the outcome. I do amazing things for people in their lives. And I couldn't be more proud of myself if I tried. I'm really pleased. I feel like a mother hen watching all of her chicks, no matter what their age chronologically is, watching their baby chicks grow. Like, I take such pride when I open the paper and see someone I've worked with, or I see them in public at an event and they're telling me all the things they've done, or I'm getting letters or people out there going, "Oh my God, Shirley, help me with blah blah blah," or the Women's Business Center, whatever it is. I take great pleasure in. I work hard so that you don't have to. You're funny, Christina. So, but on that note, in order to be around to enjoy the labor of love that I participate in, This upcoming weekend, pray hard for a sister. I'm trying to tell you now. I am doing the 10K. I'm so sad. I'm so sad. I've been doing the training. I've been sad the whole time. Like every weekend, Saturdays at 8 a.m. we go out. Every weekend I think to myself, you must really hate yourself. Why are you doing this? Like, what is the problem? Um, I ran the 10K. I've run the 10K a couple times. Over a decade ago. And now I think it's been 2 decades. And now I feel sad about it. I feel very sad, but if you have a motivation and a purpose beyond yourself, then all of these little inconveniences are just that, little inconveniences. And I plan to be around to continue my legacy, to continue imparting to you all. And so, even though I work really hard, we're going to play harder. And I'm going to enjoy the experience. I'm going to enjoy the music and the people. Come out and hold up a sign and cheer something. Help me out, people. So that'll be Saturday. Looking forward to it. But I'm sure going to do it. Yeah. And my last thing that I want to share with you all. Speaking of 10K, I've been training at the Y. For most of you know, I'm taking classes at the YMCA. Yeah, that's where I normally work out. And so, just this week, I was coming out of the Y. I was sitting in my car because one of the things they do is that they have like a little scripture or that you can read. So I normally grab one at the Young Men's Christian Association, in case you didn't know. And so I'll open it and I'll just feel some encouragement for my day. So in this case, I had just opened it, I was reading it, and then all of a sudden, I see something like right in front of me on the wood panel. And it's kind of basically slithering past me. And it didn't scare me. Really, I was fascinated because at first I wondered if it was a gecko. So thank Geico for making me fascinated by seeing a lizard. I was like, I wonder if it's a gecko. It wasn't a gecko. It wasn't green at all. It was brown. Yeah, I am very fond of the Geico gecko. All right. I think that one was under the Martin Agency. Brilliant, genius. I love good marketing and ads and strategy. Gotta love it. So that one always sticks with me. The gecko. They used to answer the phone and say that he was a gecko, not Geico. Gotta love it. So, but what I saw was I had to look it up because I didn't know. I'm not a lizard person. When I first saw it, it gave me flashbacks of Haiti. So that's really how it caught my attention, because it is not uncommon for something. Don't be scared, but it's not uncommon for something to like be crawling around the top of like a lizard normally, the top of your wall. You want them; they're taking care of the flies and the pestilence that would snare thee. But when I first saw it, it made me think about Haiti, which I've been thinking about a lot because I haven't been since the pandemic, and it's time to go. So probably next year. I need their numbers to go down too. So probably next year I'll go back to Haiti and check on things and check in. So um that's the first thing it made me think about. And then when I saw it, I kept fumbling around for my phone. I was trying to take a picture. I wanted to take a video. And while I was reaching all around, I kept thinking, what happens if I find my phone and it's gone? Is it better for me to try to capture the moment with my phone? Or is it better for me to be in the moment while it lasts? And that's really where I want to leave you all today. I really want you all to think about that. Is it better for you to try to document so that others can know what a great experience you had? A lot of you live Instagram lives and you look great on camera. You look great in your reels. There has sometimes I'm just amazed because I can be at an event sitting next to someone who is clearly bored and uninterested, but they light up for their Instagram or their social media feed, and then they go back to being like a lump on a log right afterwards. I don't understand the purpose of that. I want you all to each enjoy the moment. Capture it later. Enjoy the moment. You have one life to live, and I want you to maximize it. Right? So that's why we always say we're here to help you live better, do better, and be better. And as always, happy entrepreneuring. Ta-ta.
Let Socialita help your business stand out from the crowd by building your brand success through social media management. We're located at 1510 Woollalon Drive, Suite 100. Our website is www.socialitarva.com. You can also give us a call at 804-484-2001. Again, Socialita.
Imagine Media Lab, partnered with the Women's Business Center, offers hourly rental to a multimedia studio. Create or edit digital assets for marketing, record that podcast you've always wanted to start, voiceovers, and live stream. All equipment and software is included in your hourly rental. Today.
So we want to give a special shout out to our new friend Justin McCrae, who's with Scripps. He came to town to do an interview that they're doing on the wage gap of women. You have to check it out when it comes out. You can see it. But we wanted to say hello. He was amazing, had a great time, amazing photojournalist. And so hopefully you all will see the piece. But in the meantime, give Justin a shout out and let him know that we send love from WorkHARDAholics. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Like, share, subscribe, repeat. Repeat. Repeat.